I ride my bike to work all winter every day, even in blizzards and minus 50 wind chill. People think I'm crazy, but that is nothing compared to University of Iowa professor Steve McGuire. 64-year-old Steve McGuire of Iowa City developed his love for cycling at an early age.
When I was little, we didn't have a car, and so I rode my bicycle everywhere.
And as it turned out, it was a lifelong adventure.
At the University of Iowa, I teach art and engineering students how to build bicycle frames. This is the bicycle that I made that I'm going to ride this summer in Iceland.
Steve specializes in adventure racing in brutal conditions. He races the Iditarod sled dog trail in Alaska on his bike.
In 2019, I did the 350. Took 6 days and 6 hours. I averaged about 3 hours of sleep a night, brutally cold.
As tough as the Iditarod is, the Minnesota Arrowhead Ultra 135 from International Falls to Tower, Minnesota is even tougher.
Maybe my favorite race, the Arrowhead Ultra 135 in northern Minnesota.
What makes the Arrowhead 135 so tough is the hilly trail and the crazy cold weather.
We saw minus 36 when we rounded the corner at 9 miles. It was very cold. Wind chills, 50s below. The highest the temperature got was a balmy minus 7, and it actually did feel good. Real hilly trail.
At 64, McGuire finished the 135-mile race for the 8th time this year in 38 hours.
Sometimes I'll think I am doing incredibly well for an old guy, and other times I'll think, why did I do this one more time? I just reminded myself the whole time that how many times you get to be outside when it's minus 30, feel good, and do the thing that you love to do.
It takes a while to recover from a race like the Ultra 135.
You're pretty wiped out. And I sleep real solid for a week after. And you begin to think, did I do permanent damage to myself this time around? You know, the sense of accomplishment makes that tiredness for a week maybe almost celebratory.
Steve doesn't just show up and compete in these adventure races. He prepares year-round.
I keep up a base set of miles. 3 weeks out, I'll make sure that I ride a couple of days back-to-back 12 hours, and I'm usually good to go.
Because he is prepared, McGuire has only had one bad scare in all of his adventure races.
I ended up falling in a glacial stream, 36 degrees. I knew I was at least 16 hours away from being able to get to a place where there would be a roof.
Despite that scare, Steve isn't about to give up his love for adventure cycling.
Doing a big project this summer where we're going to actually do a film crossing east to west in Iceland, going through the interior again.
That story makes me cold just thinking about it.
See, and I'm one of those people who thinks you're crazy when you're on that bike all the time.
He's the real crazy one.
I'll stick to